Is door-to-door sales worth it? Will we get more leads, more calls, more closed deals going door to door? I have no clue, but I want to test it out. So today we're going to test it out with a commercial cleaning company. So this is something completely different than what I usually do. We're selling commercial cleaning services. I was up till 2:30 in the morning preparing for this. We're going to go to 10 different locations, 10 different businesses. And then after that, we're going to compare the numbers. Which one's going to give us better results? Door-to-door sales or cold email or cold calling? I did a lot of preparation for this. I created a door-to-door sales script. Also, last night I created a route, the fastest route to getting to all the businesses in a timely manner. I found 10 businesses that I thought would be a really good fit. And I also printed out a piece of paper. They're personalized to each individual business so that hopefully we can get some people to say yes. Maybe it'll kind of catch their eye, whatever. I think there might be some objections, right? People that are a gatekeeper, right? The person that's at the front, and I say, hey, can I just talk to the owner? And they might say, oh, I don't know if I can do that. And I'm just going to give them a Starbucks gift card. I'm trying to think of any objections that I might run into and solve them before we run into that problem. Let's just see how this goes. So we start driving off to our first business. Now the 10 businesses I actually selected 6 car dealerships and 5 salons. So really 11 businesses total. The reason I chose dealerships is because I talked to a friend who used to do sales for a commercial cleaning company, and he said he got a lot of jobs from used car dealerships. So I chose those specifically. And then the salons, the company I'm working with, they were already doing some salons, and so it was kind of just an easy layup. Something else to note is I try to do as much research as I possibly could on all these businesses. I looked up the owner, what the owner's name was, a picture of them, just so I knew what they looked like. So if I walked in the building, we could identify them, and found the owner's mobile phone number, stuff like that. Just any information I could find about the company before we walked in, just so that we would have a leg up. All right, so the first business we walked into, it was a car dealership, and we walked in and we just went to the front desk. We asked for the manager, or I gave him a name. I think it was Richard. They don't know who Richard was or whatever. And so I just asked for the sales manager or the building manager that was there. They said that they were the sales manager, and I just offered the commercial cleaning service, and he said that all that stuff goes through their corporate office. They have 3 locations and a corporate office, which was 45 minutes away, which was obviously not a vibe. So he couldn't make any decisions, so we were walking out empty-handed. Something else to note, with all of these people, I was trying to offer the best offer we possibly could, so it was a free cleaning service, and if they already have some sort of cleaning contract in place, or someone that's already cleaning for them, we were going to ask them how much they were charging for that cleaning service, and we were going to charge them lower. So the best prices in town, guaranteed, plus a free cleaning service just to get started. But anyways, 0 for 1 on this first dealership, and on to the next one. So the next one was kind of hard to find. Eventually we did find it. Walked in, there was some lady in the corner. That's the only person that was in there. So we walked up to her, asked her where the owner was. She said he wasn't available right now, but I offered her the service. I gave her the flyer that we made and just gave her a gift card and said, put in a good word for me. And now we're 0 for 2. Going to the third dealership, the same problem emerged. What I realized for all 3 of these dealerships is that they all were multi-location dealerships, which I didn't know that. And going up to the desk on this third dealership, he said the same thing. Hey, go to the corporate office. They have more options for you, whatever. You can maybe talk to the head guy there, which was another 30 minutes outside of our route. So that wasn't a vibe. 0 for 3, we still haven't talked to any owners, which was kind of the goal and the intent of doing this door-to-door sales, is that we would maybe be able to talk directly to an owner. But I think the next 3 we're going to go to is going to be a lot better, just because the next 3 are actually a lot smaller and just one location. So the next one we go to was pretty cool. We walked in and talked to one of the ladies that was a manager there. This was a really small place and it was nice. And the owner was there, but he was outside talking on the phone. We sat there for like 10 minutes waiting on him, but we didn't want to interrupt his phone call. We didn't want to wait there for 30 minutes on his phone call. We didn't know how long it was going to take. So I just had to give the flyer again over to the lady, say, hey, just put in a good word for us. Hopefully we can work together, something like that. So now we're 0 for 4. The next one, again, I go up to the front desk. There's no owner there. It's like empty in there. The lady says that the owner's not there. Obviously, I gave her the flyer. Same thing. I gave her also a gift card just to, hey, put in a good word for us. And now we're 0 for 5. The next one I go to, Johnny's Auto something. I walked in and the first person I see is Johnny, and I recognize because I looked him up beforehand, right? So I say, hey, are you Johnny? Yes, he was. Awesome. We're offering the commercial cleaning services. We'll do cleaning for free to start off with. Is there anyone that's cleaning for you right now? We'll give him a better price. But he said he's got an employee that does it for him. He doesn't really need anyone to clean. So now we are 0 for 6 with these car dealerships. Really annoying. And we only talked to one owner out of all of these. And so the next 5 are going to be salons. So I wanted Molly to take over. She's going to talk to all the salons because she's a lady, and all of the owners of these salons were also ladies. So it made it pretty simple. The first salon, it was a really cool place, really nice salon, and they were extremely busy. Now, what was funny is I got all the photos of all the owners beforehand just so that we knew exactly who the owner was. So if we walked in, we could see that owner, right? Because we looked at the picture beforehand, right? So I made sure to show Molly, hey, look, here's the picture of the owner right before we walked into the building. If we see her, we walk up to her, right? As soon as we walk in, she was the first lady I saw right there, right? But Molly's the one that's taking control. She has the flyers in her hand. She's the one that's going to be talking to the lady, whatever. She walks right past the owner, right to the front desk, and says, hey, are you the owner? And obviously this lady at the front desk wasn't the owner, and we just offer her the cleaning services, say, hey, if you put in a good word for the boss. And I was like, oh my goodness, dude, she's literally right there. And her excuse was she didn't have her glasses on that day, and all the white women look exactly the same. But the lady at the desk was pretty interested, or I guess it doesn't really matter if she's interested, but she seemed enthusiastic. I gave her a Chick-fil-A gift card, and she was extremely ecstatic. But on to the next salon. This one was really small, probably the smallest building we went to, well, one of the smallest buildings we went to so far. We sat there for 10 minutes waiting on the owner because she was right there, and she was, oh yeah, I'll be with you in a minute, right? So we sit there for 10 minutes, wait on her. She comes over, and we actually do have a conversation with her. We say we offer commercial cleaning services. She said that she might be interested once every month or so, but she's just looking around, whatever. She doesn't really know. It was a really small space, so I didn't even know if they would take them on as a client anyways, and I don't know if she was really interested. Handed her the flyer, let her go. That's one, maybe possibly interested. I don't know. The next building was downtown. It was kind of funny. We walked into the building. It was like on some floor, whatever. I wasn't able to record this one, but Molly said that it was pretty good. The owner wasn't there, but the lady seemed kind of enthusiastic about it, whatever. And then on to the next one. Could only talk to the front desk. And the last one, our last salon of the day. What do you think?
I don't want to put bad vibes out there, but I don't think this is working.
Okay.
I want it to work.
Yeah.
No bad vibes, no negativity, but
yeah,
you know, it's tough when these salons have like so many people and they're not really focused on you.
Same thing for the last one. The owner was busy at the moment, so we just talked to the front desk. Now, I did ask Molly to follow up with all these leads via SMS afterwards. Just send a text saying, hey, I came in yesterday. I gave you a flyer. Just want to see if you were able to look at it at all. I'm just trying to follow up with you, right? I don't think she sent any of those texts out, unfortunately. Now, let's just look at the numbers, compare them side by side to another campaign, right? Now, on the road, this took us 3.5, 4 hours to actually drive to each one of these and hand out flyers and all that stuff. So about 3 to 4 hours, right? It also took me another 3 hours or so. It was from 11 to 2:30, so that's 3.5 hours, not 3.5 hours, of me just trying to set up everything. So I was up all night just looking for salons that were good, that I thought would be a good fit. Also looking at the dealerships and just looking at the distance between all of them, which one's closest, which one's farthest, rounding them out, all that stuff, and also making these personalized images for each of them, all this stuff, right? So a total of 6 to 7 hours doing this campaign, and we only reached out to 11 businesses. Now, we got one person that might maybe be interested, one owner that we talked to. Again, really small, not be worth the time and energy putting into it, and maybe once a month, right? So it's like $200 a month, which is what they're looking for, is like $3,000 contracts per month, and that's like once every week for 4 weeks, whatever. Now, I also did an SMS campaign for another commercial cleaning company, and we sent out 150 messages. This took me about 30 minutes to set up, to get the lead list, write out the script, and then just send it out using an automation. It took me about 30 minutes to do, right? Sent 150 messages, and we got 3 people that were interested in a walkthrough. Now, obviously, there was, I think, more people that were interested overall, maybe like 5 to 10 people interested, but 3 people that kind of confirmed, hey, let's do a walkthrough, Now, if we compare the raw numbers, the door-to-door campaign, we have like a 10% or so interest rate, like 1 out of 11 people were interested, kind of interested, right? So let's just call that a 10% interest rate. For the SMS campaign, only 2% were interested. So based on the raw number, the door-to-door campaign works a lot better. But we still have to look at the time it took, right? The effort that you put into it. A half an hour for 3 leads, or 8 hours for kind of maybe 1, Also to know, I spent $100 on these gift cards, handing them out, hoping it would sweeten the deal, just to maybe, skew the numbers a little bit, but it didn't really help me or get me anywhere. Now, we could have also tried, there was like a ton of car dealerships that I just didn't even see, like using my D7 lead search, whatever, or searching on Google. I didn't see a lot of these small dealerships or these other little shops that were around that probably would have been a good fit for us to go and walk into and talk to. But I only brought, just the 11 flyers. So if I would have printed off like 100 of those and it wasn't personalized, we just went one by one and just went to everybody, we probably could have gotten more in less time. But I think the answer here is pretty clear. I think it's a lot easier to reach the owner via their phone, using email or SMS or a cold call. One of the people that we walked into the building, they were on the phone. And so if I was just the one that called you, I probably could have had a better conversation rather than me sitting and waiting for you to get off the phone, And so just reaching them on their phone is probably the better solution if we can find the right data, find the owners, email and phone number, you know? A lot of you guys consistently will ask me about, is personalized outreach better, or like AI personalization, AI Loom videos, is that better? And I made a video about this and none of you guys watched it, and you guys always keep asking me about it. Now I bring that video up because a lot of people ask about the numbers. Is it actually worth it to do the personalized outreach? Now, when doing the AI personalization, I got double the response rate, but I didn't get double the positive reply rate. I just got double the amount of people saying, no, I'm not really interested. So is it actually worth it? Breaking down the numbers of the cost per positive reply, the cost for adding all the personalizations makes the sending the cold email 3 to 4 times more expensive. And so I'm getting like the same, maybe slightly more positive replies, but it doesn't warrant it's not triple or quadruple the positive replies, right? Which is the cost. It's quadrupling the cost and not even doubling the positive replies. So it wasn't really worth it for me, you know? So I think it's the same here with door-to-door sales, where we're getting a 10% interest rate, but that's 8 hours of work to get one person interested, rather than just doing 30 minutes of work and getting 3 people interested, you know? Now, I still think personalization is worth it. I did a video where I did personalized outreach. I sent out 5 emails and I got 3 people interested, and that 5 emails took me an hour to do. I also made a whole video on how exactly to do personalized outreach. Someone else in my group is using that strategy to do personalized outreach, and he's sending out 10 emails and getting 5 people interested per 10 emails that he's sending out. Very crazy numbers, and it works really well. And that costs you absolutely $0. You don't have to drive. You can find people's emails online for completely free, and you can just send them emails one by one, and that actually does work. So I think it would be a lot better to just sit and write 20 emails out, and it'll take you 4 hours to write out 30 emails, 20 emails, right? But you might get 5 to 10 people interested within that 4 hours, and you don't have to print out a whole bunch of flyers and drive door to door, wasting your gas, all that stuff, you know? So next, you can watch my video on exactly how to do personalized outreach, or you can watch the results that I got from doing AI personalization. If you want a system to consistently get 120 sales calls per month, you can book a call with me below. I create the scripts for you, I set up the automations for you, and I give you all the tools for free. So if you're interested in that, book a call below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.